Good morning, students. So in our last class, we complete the exercise 6.5 as the chapter application of derivatives. So after completing this exercise, now here we have to solve some examples. And out of this example, if you see this example here, and the example is given like in this way, find the local maxima and local minima values of the function f given by fx equal to 3x to the power 4 plus 4x cube minus 12x square plus 12. This one is the question here given, isn't it? So now here this question here given, find the local maxima and local minimum values. Suppose, so that means here we have to find out the value, and in this question if we write down the function here, so that's why here let first of all if we write down the function fx equals to this one, we have to write 3x to the power 4, 3x to the power 4, then given plus 4x cube plus this one is 4x cube, and then given minus 12x square plus 12. So minus 12x square plus of 12. This one is the question given for us. So now here fx equal to this one is the function here, and we have to find out the local maxima and local minima. So here lots of confusion are there in between first derivative and second derivative. So which method we have to apply in this question, especially in local maxima and local minima. So what you have to do here, always when maxima and minima questions are given, so if the question is given, find a local maxima, not maximum. If maxima or minima given, then we have to apply the first derivative. That means here only we have to find out the point. For that reason here we have to find out the maxima and minima. So that means the first derivative. But here the question in this question given local maximum values and the local minimum values. So that means we have to find out the values. So no doubt here with the help of first derivative also we can find out the values. But here if we apply the second derivative method, then it is more comfortable comparing to the first derivative. Only for that reason here we have to apply the second derivative method. So if the second derivative method fail, then we can apply the first derivative or some other techniques are there to solve this one. So in our next class we have to discuss about this. Now before this, first of all we have to solve this one. So all of you know what you have to do here. First of all we have to differentiate this either. So that's why when we have to differentiate this one, therefore we have to write here, therefore f dash of x. If you differentiate this one, 3 is constant term, x to the power 4, that means 4x cube, 4 3s are 12, that means here we get here 12x cube as nothing. Similarly this one is plus, here 4 constant term x cube. If we differentiate this x cube, then here remain 3x squared. Here we differentiate this one with respect to x, 3 4s are again here 12x squared, isn't it? Then here it is minus. So if we differentiate this one, 12 constant term ddx of x squared twice x, that means 12 into 2 24. So that means here we get here 24x, and ultimately the last one is ddx of constant term 0. Is it clear? Okay. Now after that, if we differentiate this one, f dash of x equal to, we get this result. Now what you have to do, from here we have to find out the critical point, is not it? So next step is we have to find out the critical point. So for that reason here we have to write now we have to write here f dash of x equals to 0 we have to write. And when we write f dash of x equal to 0, in place of this f dash of x we have to put this function. So that means this value is what here, this one we have to write here 12x cube plus of 12x square, and then here minus of 24x equals to 0. This one is the function here we have to write. And after that, if you see here, what is common here? 12x. So 12x is common here. So if you take 12x common, then what will remain here? Simply here remain x square, and this one is remain here. If we take 12 common here, x common, simply here remain x, and minus of, if we take 12x common, so here remain only 2. So that means this one is x square plus x minus 2 equals to 0. This one we get here. Is it clear? I repeat this one here, 12x common, so that means here remain x square, here already 12 common, x common, so simply x, here 12x common, so that's why minus 2. So now from here you see either this 12x equal to 0 or this part equal to 0. So easily we can write here either 12x equals to 0, or the second part is here we write x square plus of x minus of 2 equals to 0. This one we write 0 here. Is it clear? So now from here, if you see here, the critical point we get x equal to 0. Is it clear? So in the next part here, what you have to do, if we factorize this one, so here 2 is there, x is there, so what you have to write? 2 minus 1 we can write here, isn't it? So that's why here we write x square plus of twice x minus of x minus of 2 equals to 0. 2 minus x we can write easily here. So from these two, x is common, so that's why here we write x plus of 2, isn't it? In the second case, if we take minus 1 common, then what will remain? X plus of 2 equals to 0. This one we get. And now from here what we get? X plus 2 is common, so if we take x plus 2 is common, then here remain x minus 1 equals to 0. And from here we get another two critical point. So from here easily we can write here x equals to minus 2 and x equals to 1. I think all of you understood this one. X plus 2 equal to 0 means x equal to minus 2 and x minus 1 equal to 0. That means here x equal to 1. So now if you see here, how many critical points are we get? First one is x equal to 0, then the second one is x equal to minus 2, and the third one is here x equal to 1. So 3 critical points are we get here. And for each and every critical point we have to verify here at which point it is maximum or at which point it is minimum. So for that reason, one by one we have to verify. So before verifying this one, first of all what you have to do, we have to define set the function again. So here you see f dash of x equal to this one, 12x cube plus 12x square minus 24. So this result again we have to define set, isn't it? So that's why here we write again. So again if you define set this result, f dash of x, if you differentiate this one with respect to x, so that's why we have to write here f double dash of x. So f double dash of x equal to, if you differentiate this one, 12x cube, so 12 constant term, if you differentiate x cube, that means 3x square. 3x square means 3, 12, 36. So that means here we get this one is 36x square. Is it clear? Plus of second one, if you differentiate this one, 12 twice x, that means 24x. So that means here we have to write plus of 24x, is not it? And finally if you differentiate this one, 24 constant term, so simply here remain minus 24. So after differentiating f double dash of x equal to, we get this result. So what you have to do now, we have to verify one by one. So first of all, put for the first point, put x equal to 0. So if you verify this one, when we put x equal to 0 here, you see f double dash of, so that means in second derivative we have to put this critical point. This critical point we have to put. So that's why here we write x equal to 0, and this x equal to 0 here we have to put. And if you put this one here, what we get? You see here the first part x 0, that means this one is also 0, isn't it? So simply here remain minus 24. Actually this one is not the value, this one is just a verification here. So f double dash of 0, when we put 0, then we get negative value. Negative value means what? Less than 0. Less than 0 means what? Minimum. So that means at which point we get minimum value. So that's why here finally we have to write, therefore fx has minimum value. Therefore fx has minimum value at which point? At x equal to 0. So just we have to verify here, at x equal to 0 we get the minimum value. So if we find out the minimum value less than 0, that means this one is not minimum here, but less than 0 means we get maximum here. So that means at which point we get maximum? At x equal to 0 we get maximum. So that's why here we have to write maximum. So fx has maximum value at x equal to 0. So what is the maximum value here we have to find out? This one is just a verification. So that's why in case of maximum value, how can we find out the maximum value here? In case of maximum value, this value we have to put x equal to 0. This x equal to 0 critical point we have to put on the given function. So this one is a given function, and here we have to put, so f of 0. So if you put here, if you put x equal to 0, this part is 0, as well as this part is 0, this part is 0, simply remain how much? 12. So that means the maximum value is 12. Is it clear? I hope all of you understood this one. So the condition is what? In case of second derivative, if less than 0, the second derivative condition is what? If we write here f double dash of x less than 0, that means we get maximum, is not it? Or f double dash of x greater than 0, that means here we get minima, isn't it? This one is totally opposite of the first derivative. In case of first derivative, if greater than, then maxima, if less than, then minima. But in case of second derivative, the opposite of the first derivative. That means if less than, maxima, if greater than, minima. Is it clear? Or if we get f double dash of x equal to 0, the third case, if we get f double dash of x equals to 0, then we can say here neither maxima nor minima. In this case, there are two methods are there. Either we write second derivative fail and we move to the first derivative, or there is another method is there to solve the second derivative questions. Is it clear? Which one we have to discuss in our next class. So now here we find out the maximum value, and the maximum value is here we get 12. So only one critical point we verify here. So another two critical points are remain here. So second one is x equal to 1. So in case of second one, if you put again x equals to 1, if you put x equals to 1, then f double dash of 1 here we write, isn't it? So second derivative is which one? This one. So in place of second derivative, now we have to put 1. So if we put 1 here, 36, the 36 into 1 square, ultimately here 36. That means here plus of 24 into 1, that means 24, and here it is minus 24. Ultimately 24 cancel, here remain 36. 36 is greater than 0. So according to our second derivative method, if greater than 0, what we get? We get minima. So that means at which point we get minima. So therefore here the conclusion we have to write, therefore fx has minimum value at x equal to which point? At x equal to 1. And then again we have to find out the minimum value. And this minimum value, how can we find out? This x equal to 1 we have to put in this given function. Is it clear? And then we get the minimum value. So in this way we have to solve another one. The third critical point also we have to solve here. So this one is the process to find out the local maximum values and local minimum values with the help of second derivative method. I hope all of you understood. In our next class, we have to solve some more questions, especially the difference between the local maxima and local maximum values we have to discuss. Is it clear? Okay. Thank you.